Go ahead, you just.
How do you feel? Are you better, by the way?
Yep. I'm better, thank you. Okay, okay, okay.
Nice. Good to hear that. So you guys, we are waiting for you. There's another hand raised. So yeah, if you want to share your
Yeah, I
opinion.
took the thing away from him.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
just give it to Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl.
He's fucking struggling.
Yeah, let me mute you
Sorry.
guys. Okay. There.
Hmm.
So Pearl.
Pearl, I gave you the microphone. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Out and clear.
Can you repeat what you said in the beginning? I couldn't hear because of all the background noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's we just like there's a train of thoughts that we just like share our thoughts. So I think that friendship is one of the clearest forms of relationships because I think you don't have clear interests there, and you stay with the person just because they are what they are and who they are, and you love them and accept them with yeah. Well, for me, friendship is really important. That's what I wanted to say. So what do you think about it? About anything? Making friends, by the way. You can also share how you made your friends and maybe what's the best option.
I got a question. What's the last friend that you made, and how did you make that friend? Um, Anybody?
That's a good question. For me, it's been here in VR, actually. I've had some great conversations and connected with some folks I would never have had the opportunity to otherwise.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's why I think one of the most amazing things ever about this VR is you can make some real, true connections with people that you honestly would have never crossed paths with in a million years.
Exactly, definitely. For many reasons. Yeah. They're far away from. I love that globe that Mendes always brings to the area. Where is it? It's over there, like behind your backs, guys. And yeah, you can see the geography of the event ongoing. Whenever you join the event, you can see the geography. That's really amazing how people come from different countries, from America, from England, Europe, and I'm from south of Russia. So some people come from Australia. And otherwise, we would never have met. So I think that's really amazing that the virtual reality gives this the opportunity to us. So yeah, I consider many people who come to these events and like just those people I know my genuine friends because I share a lot of interesting conversations with them, and for me that's really valuable, and that's what bounds me with people. And I have a new friend
Yeah, I
request.
agree.
Yeah.
Opti, yeah, it has to be
Why not
friends.
too?
Yeah.
How
So
about
does
you,
any?
Ozzy? Who was the last friend that you made?
Oh, good question. Actually, I think there's a nice lady that I like, and I think she's gonna become my close friend. I met her at one party. Like, I think in COVID time, people were just like stuck at home, and especially those people who have kids and they had to study with their kids and then work, distant and with their spouses. It was really stressful. So there's one lady who, has these monthly events. Like every week, there are many different events where you can just come and have an interesting conversation with a group of people. Mostly they're ladies. It's like a ladies' club or something, but it's open to everybody. So that was really nice. We had this fun, interesting experimental practice. There were like around 30 people in the room, and she said just stand in couples and stare at each other with total strangers, by the way. You had to stare in each other's eyes for 1 minute, and after 1 minute, one person shares what they found and what they felt and what they will think about all their partner, and then after 1 minute they changed, and that was really interesting to try to understand who that person is in front of you, and she actually gave me a very very precise answer of what she thinks I am. And since then, I was just like following her on Instagram and just like seeing her around in the city. And I found it very curious. I was driving her from the yoga class where we met actually, and we were speaking like for 4 hours or 5 hours in the car because we couldn't, stop talking about stuff. So yeah, that was my last friend that I made. Like, occasional coincidences and some different meetings. Yeah, I can share that. It's like because I'm an extrovert, I try to go to some different spots and places, like hot spots, I would say, where there are more people and it's like the conversation is informal, so that way you can get to know people, and I think that's a good way to find new friends. Why not? So, let's see. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen 2 hand raises, but now they're gone for some reason. Anyway, so friendship is really valuable to me, and I like finding friends, and not only close friends, but also just acquaintances and fellows. And I like people's energy, and when I'm around them, and when they're inspired, when they tell me what they enjoy in life, and that really inspires me. And I like to. I'm like a vampire, but a positive one.
Whoa.
Yeah. I enjoy when people enjoy things, and I kind of like their energy that they emit. So yeah, I'm sunbathing in their energy. So yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Kind of like or synergy. It's almost like a 1 + 1 makes 3 in a sort of situation.
Mm-hmm. And also I like the companies, because when there are more people, every person has their own vibe, and depending on the surroundings, they also change their behaviors and the way they express themselves. And that's why I love to combine different people in the same group, so that way you can have different atmosphere in the company. That's really cool. Okay, so Opti and Tommy299 have their hand raises. So Opti, let me give you a megaphone first. So share your thoughts.
Hello, yeah.
Hey there.
This is
Hey.
like my first time trying this.
Welcome.
I'm like very new here. Yeah.
Welcome,
Do you hear
Tommy.
me?
Yes, Opti, we can hear you.
You guys.
Tommy, yeah, I'm gonna give you a
great.
megaphone once Opti is done. Yep.
Okay, so it's my first time I'm using this app. I just bought a device the other day, 2 days ago.
Welcome.
Oh,
And
nice.
thanks for
Welcome.
accepting me. I'm from Iran, by the way.
Oh, from Iran.
Hey.
Oh, Kif Halik.
Have you-
Oh, is it? No, Iran is
Are you on the
is
map
not
as
Arabic.
well?
Do you speak Arabic there? And Farsi?
We speak Farsi, we speak Azeri, Turkish,
Oh,
couple
Turkish.
of languages.
Okay, so Turkish I know.
Turkish
well.
originally.
Mhm.
Yeah. You do? Read.
Yeah, selam aleyküm.
Nasılsınız?
Yeah, nasıl? İyiyim. Sen nasılsınız? Oh, so nasılsınız? You
I
asked
took
me in a
it-
very
I took it
polite
then.
measure. And then, yeah.
Ozzy is a language
Great.
coach, so she's
Yes,
amazing.
I enjoy languages, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
welcome.
nice.
That's really nice to see you.
Great. Thank you. I just don't want to interrupt. I just want to say hi and just make sure that I'm heard or something.
Nice. You are heard.
I'm here.
What do you think about
Yeah,
friendship?
you are hurt.
Yeah. Do you have friends of like males, females, or what do you think about friendship?
Well, I do believe in friendship, and this is amazing. This helps our life great. Meeting new friends and gives you another new opportunity to see the world in a different way. So
Definitely.
I've got lots of friends,
Right.
and in different around the world, America, and Canada, Japan, Iran. I mean, I really enjoy, and a great thing about this device is that I can make more friends in
Nice.
this world.
Yeah, well, I can share my experience. Outspace is a really nice place where you can find good, connections, interesting people. So yeah, and also I want to note that it's good that you bring new cultures, because they're like mostly Western cultures that are represented, and I have this little feeling that some countries are underrepresented. So it's gonna be great if we have more and more, representative worlds here. It's great. Okay, so
Very cool.
Tommy, I think you're also new to this application and maybe also to virtual reality, but let me give you a megaphone so you can share what you think. So guys, manifest yourself. This is the right place for that. Hold on. Okay, let me give you a
The time and
megaphone.
places now.
I'm
Yep.
not really much of a good talker, but I don't know, like,
Go ahead,
Hello.
man. Get your practice in.
Yeah.
It's a good place to
Yeah.
practice.
English my second language
Okay.
too, so that's why I come to practice. Today my words are not coming to me too,
Um,
so I'm suffering a little bit.
I'm currently in Ukraine right now and
Oh, добро пожаловать!
studying in my university.
Здоровенький були.
Although not much. Yeah. Come again, please.
Oh yeah, здоровенький були.
No, I don't know. I don't know how to speak Russian.
Okay.
Um,
hilarious.
Well, at least you can learn something.
Yeah.
And what do you think about friendship in general and making friends?
It's nice if you can meet good people with good intentions. Friendship is wonderful. I mean, like everyone needs friendship, just with good people. No.
Не проблема. Mm-hmm. Got you. And again, asking Mendes this question, what was the last friend that you made? Do you remember? And how you met?
Yeah, how did you make that friend?
Mm-hmm.
The last friend I met was on Instagram. Like,
Zichzelf?
On
Was it
Instagram,
the
like
last-
over text or comments? That's pretty cool.
no,
man.
DMs.
Like een
Like
kopje
a
maar-
birthday.
kopje
I
van mij wel.
messaged her on a birthday. We hanged out, and it has been a very great friendship.
Nee, maar zo zielig.
Окей, а насколько, кстати,
Oh, that's
больше
awesome,
надо
man. I'm glad you had such a good experience with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, social platforms are
Hello, everyone.
designed for that.
Oh, hey, Henny. Hello.
What is this place?
Hello, this is Altspace, and this is an event that is called Theory of Everything. This world was created
Oh, wow.
by us, me and Mendes. We're co-hosts. So every week, it's a weekly event. Every week we choose some topic, and there are people who come to this open floor to talk about stuff. So it's like a talk show or something.
Nice.
So today we talk
Right.
about making friends and friendship. Where are you, by the way? Okay.
Right
nice
behind you,
subject.
Henny is. What was the question right now is, who was the last friend you made, and how'd you make that friend? If you'd like to share.
Oh, yeah, sure. So my last real life friend, let me think. I think it was through CrossFit. Or it was through a community I created in real life with people. Something like
Nice.
that.
Friends of friends, right? So like when you have some party or some birthday events, yeah, it's nice to meet new people.
Exactly. I mean, I'm from the Netherlands, so we haven't had that in a while because of all the lockdown stuff.
Oh,
Maybe
yes.
now it will get better.
Hopefully. But thanks to virtual reality, we have some extra place where you can make friends and have nice conversations.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
Yeah. So another point that I want to make is that normally when we gather in this group and people feel like the vibe, we kind of naturally arrange in a circle so that way we can see each other and we can react to people, and we mute. I personally try to mute myself so that way I don't make noises while somebody's speaking, because if somebody has a megaphone, it's gonna repeat the noises. Excellent. Okay, so any hand raises? I don't see anybody speaking. So,
I don't see anybody hand raised.
oh, VR
Um,
Explorer. Nice.
Hey, VR Explorer. All right, so I know that everyone isn't the best friend maker all the time. Sometimes we are trolls, maybe. Anyone struggle with making friends, and can anyone possibly share ways to get over these struggles we have with making friends?
Oh, well, although I have some good friends, after I moved to another city, I had this really long period of time when I was almost depressed, and I had no friends, and that was my main complaint. The new city, well, it takes time, and I think one of the main keys to making friends is to spend more time with them. Because I wanted to instantly, get a person and be friends with them, but I think they were a little bit shocked because of that, too bold approach. So yeah, I think that the key
They're
is
too
not.
friendly, too fast.
Yeah, I think the key is to be patient and to really allow people to open
Mhm.
themselves and to spend more time with them. So it's really nice when you have a job or like a hobby where you spend more time with people, like that CrossFit or any other thing. So once you get to know people, you kind of choose those personality types that are compatible with you. So yeah. Now I think it's getting a little bit better because I kind of try to take a slow approach. And also VR was a great help because I can have these conversations. And I met Mendes and many other people here. Paul is I consider
Yeah.
Paul my friend, and like Komitsu and all people
Paul's
who
my
come here.
friend too.
Yep. You look like a unicorn with that like flying tool thing.
With the thing here,
Yeah. Okay,
I'm a
so
flying unicorn.
VR Explorer, would you like to speak up more? Let me give you a microphone so everybody can hear you. Hold on.
Okay.
There.
Everybody hear me now?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, we hear you now.
Okay. Because for example, actually, I'm sorry, my English is not so perfect.
That's another. Yeah, that's another reason to practice here.
Okay. I'm married, for example, and question is how to make friends that can be friends with both of me and my wife. What is the
Yeah,
limit
good
there?
question. Mm-hmm.
Is that that I need to find a friend just for me and separately hang out with those friends, or it's better to find friends that are that we can together hang out on. So for another couple or so.
Yeah. I think another couple is the first thing that comes to my mind. It's because it's easier because you can have 4 people. I think that's when the number is like more like that, it's easier to find activities or travel or do things. But it's not always easy to find some like 2 people who are compatible. So you're lucky if you have that.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly so. Because it's 4 times more difficult to find somebody that I'm missing a word. Asked to us because we're all together. Yeah, now 4 people need to hang out to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's
That is a subject that I would like to discuss. What is the opinion of other people?
good question.
What is the modus da? Is that singles or the when somebody is married also?
Okay, Paul, I think you have an
I think
idea.
Paul
about
got
it.
some input on that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a
Let's
microphone. Okay?
double.
Oh no,
double-
okay.
Give him a megaphone.
Yep.
Are you newly married, VR?
No, like 16 years or so.
Wow.
Why?
It's been a long time question.
Yeah, but we moved in the completely another state and the city and everything. We are currently in Berlin.
Got it. Well,
That is the question. What to do next?
yeah, I think if you're
In what
lucky enough.
direction to move?
Yeah, if you're lucky enough, that would be great to find a couple. That's the easiest way because that way you feel a little bit more, I would say safer. So that way you think, okay, this is more balanced and stuff like that. But I think that's not the main point. The main point is what you both think, you and your wife, because I think every family actually has different needs and it depends on the family. For example, my husband is like, he likes to sit at home and spend more time, playing games and spending, more time together separately. I mean, from the world. And I enjoy going out and going to the restaurants or some places like parties, cinema. And and because he doesn't enjoy that, I don't want to force him. And so the rest of that need that I have for social interactions, I will actually find some other people. Well, just because I don't want to make him feel too worried, I mostly hang out with girls, and I think that's also useful for me because I've had like guys who are my friends for a long time, and I think that actually affected my personality a little bit. And now I think, okay, maybe I'm gonna experiment and balance more with different vibe and different energy from people, and that's not really the point. I like that in English language there's no gender in friend word. In Russian language, when you say it's my friend, you always indicate the gender. Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my girlfriend or boyfriend. And I like that in English it doesn't have a gender, and I think that's the approach that I want to to move to is like that you see people, and it doesn't really matter what their gender are, or maybe what's their religion are, or their nationality, or anything, in a negative way. So you see them as a person, and all other things are just details, and you want to explore those things just because you enjoy that person's company. So what we do is I hang out a lot with other people, but mostly they're girls, so that way I don't want my husband to worry too much about being
definitely.
jealous. But also I keep that in mind, and I constantly discuss with him that it doesn't really matter what gender they are, and if there's a really amazing person and there's a guy, it doesn't really matter. And I want to keep that door open, but maybe for the future, because I've always been friends with guys, and for me there's like a very easy a routine where there's no romantic context in those relationships, because that's friendship. It's a totally different line of behavior for me. So for me it doesn't really matter if it's a guy
I
or a
have
girl.
a
But for
just
his
short question.
Mhm.
How long
Go
are you
ahead.
married?
for 3 years, 3 years.
Yeah, but that you hang out with girls and everything through the time, like 20 years. I presume that you have a plan to stay married for next 20.
Mm-hmm.
Will that
Hopefully.
make certain amount of distances? Will that estrange on you and your husband?
It depends. It depends on the company. And on people.
What do you do together
With friends or with my husband?
with husband?
Well, just
With
it's always.
friends you can find. I'm sorry. With friends you can find definitely friends that are okay for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you can choose friends, but your husband's interests are pretty much fixed.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are changing, but still, yeah. I think it's nice when you respect each other's interests, and I really love the way that he respects my interests, and he never intervenes too much into what I think and what I want to find with spend how I want to spend time with my friends. I think trust in understanding who your partner is really important. Yep. So
I
the
think
balance.
it's also
Yeah.
good
Go ahead.
to find a balance in your in the way you and your partner has your own friendship. So like me and my girlfriend, we've been together 9 years, and we have completely separate friend groups. But we spend a lot of time together that's not involving activity or anything. So we have a relationship where we can, sit in silence and just sit next to each other. And, that creates that bond with us. As far as our outside friends, I think my wife's friends are lame. My friends like to party, and we go to the bar and drink, and my wife's friends likes to do the same thing. They just do it differently.
Поняла
So
тебя.
we'll get together and go out as a group, but it's a completely different experience than when I'm with my friends and she's with her friends. But just having that respect between each other on our own relationship just makes it that much more easier to navigate.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say, you got to develop your own friendship with your partner first, and then exploring that friendship as a group so we haven't found any real friends, but we play dominoes, spades, we like to do couples activities, but, we both work from home, so
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
friendship's
that's
hard
nice.
to find.
Yeah, also because we spend a lot of time at home together, I think that's really great that I can have friends and get out with them, so I can have some change. And yeah. Anybody else? What do you think about this question? I have another friend request that's really nice. Will one?
I wish I got friend requests. You can friend request me too, guys. So,
Seems that I'm only one here.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens, but that's fine. Some people just like to listen more.
Yeah.
Paul, let me give you a microphone.
Yep.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, a lot of people make friends through their work. They're in contact the most, but however, if you work from home, it's a bit more difficult. You have to
Yeah.
make friends for yourself.
Yeah, good advice actually.
Right.
Making friends with yourself is not an easiest task in the world. Yeah, as I said, like spending a lot of time with other people actually builds that ground for friendship. So yeah, working with other people, that's actually a good cause to make friends. Okay, so do you guys see anything else? Like
I think a lot of friendships are created around a specific activity, you know, whether that's work or a hobby. So,
Yeah, mostly.
what are some? Actually, let's take a time, and if you got a hobby, could you share? And maybe we can make friends with each other now. Me, I like to make music in my free time.
Oh wow! Every event I learn something new about you.
Right?
Okay, let me think.
Anyone else? Feel free to raise your hand. I'll give you a megaphone. Tell us something about you or about your hobbies so that we can become better friends.
Yeah, I think I would agree with Pearl that doing sports, like going for sports, it's a very easy way to make friends because you constantly go to the same place and you see people and you're physically, you know, doing things, sometimes suffering, and that kind of makes you closer to people who suffer with you for some people. Or maybe when they're a team.
Yeah, well, you're problem solving together, facing challenges together, overcoming obstacles together. That definitely builds a really good bond amongst friends. Some of my greatest homies are only my greatest homies because of the turmoil and trauma we've all faced together. So,
Yeah.
hopefully you understand that.
What is a homie? Is
A
a
homie, okay.
homosexual?
It's the equivalent for me. It's the equivalent of a friend, just with a deeper connection. So that's what a homie is to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. Linguistic lessons here too.
Definitely.
I think in Britain there are like some words that are more popular. Laddie, like, or there's another word.
Lad.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the lads.
Mhm.
One of the lads.
Yeah. Hey lad.
We don't have homies.
Yeah.
I'll have to say goodbye because my set is empty. Until next time.
Mhm.
All right. We're here every Friday, or roughly the same time.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you have, we do have a Discord channel. You have any ideas, topics of discussion, or you want to come present something to people, we're happy to share this platform and get whatever message you want to get out. Today's topic is friendship, or what was it? How to make friends. Anyone
making
have
friends.
any secret tips, hacks on anything how to make friends? If you don't, I got one. So this is what I've always noticed, and whether that's at work or a sports club, people are intimidated by strength and power. So if you're someone that has trouble making friends because people are intimidated by you, play the victim, play the weak role sometimes to make other people feel comfortable where they can share things with you or open up or ask you questions. Maybe not the best,
Well,
but it works. So
it does work. It's like I think people find you more friendly when you have that open conversation, and maybe some people when they feel superior, it also makes them feel better. Why not? But yeah, troubleshooting. I would agree on that. That troubleshooting really makes you feel closer to those people who are around you whenever you have those, troubles. So traveling, yeah. Well, however, they're not all. Well, yeah, not all people that you can travel with. And vice versa. Not all my friends are actually those people I would travel with. So if you can travel with a person for more than 3 days and you don't want to kill them the next day, that's a very good sign that could be your good friend.
Do you have to speak the same language as someone to be a friend? What do you think, Ozzy?
I think yes. To me, it's important because, well, also it depends on what I have different types of people that I am close with. Some people are for speaking, so I really enjoy talking to them, their ideas, their thoughts, their inner world. And some people I just enjoy being with them because we can easily, be that teammates, and that's sometimes two different types of people. And it's surprising how I know 2 or 3 girls that I think that are like my close friends. And one girl was my like my companion when I traveled to the States for the first time, and I've been there for like 4 months or something. And she's like really close friend. She's like my family. But we never get to, message each other, and we have nothing to basically discuss, like in some like, aside from like practical things. So there are 2 different types of friends that I like. Some people to hang out with and some people to talk to. If they're combined, that's great. If not, that's also fine. Why not?
So, do you share any pet names with any of your friends?
Good question. What about you? Do you?
Do I? Yeah, I actually do. So all my homies all have like a nickname they were given from just being together and living life.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. I like nicknames. It's really funny how some nicknames are really representative, and some of them are ridiculous, which is even funnier.
Some are ridiculous, some are representative of their character or their, mistakes or something,
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
some of them are borderline bullying, but all love.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I love my friends.
To be honest, I think my friends, they don't have any nicknames. Yeah, that's funny.
Mm.
No nicknames at all. Just names. Boring.
So what I've seen, a lot of people have a certain levels of friendship. Like you have like your best friend, your associates, or good friends. Do you have anything like that? And what are your levels?
To be honest, I think
Ozzy?
intuitively we all have those levels, but we don't quite,
Right.
sometimes we don't realize
Wow.
that. And yeah, I remember that I used to call, when I was younger actually, I used to call everybody friends. Whenever I wanted to tell some story from somebody's life and I wanted to share that in a new company where they didn't know that person, I would say, oh, one of my friends then said this and this and that. But at one point I actually realized that it's maybe it kind of takes away the value from real friends, maybe when you have these kind of when you call your acquaintances or like some good fellows, you call them friends.
Or someone I just know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
do you remember the time in your life where that transition happened? Was there some sort of traumatic event that caused you to create that disassociation? What do you think?
Good question. Or maybe in the
I'll-
moment when somebody
know
becomes your
mine.
true friend. Hmm.
Yeah, right. It was a guy. We used to do everything together. Get in trouble all the time. Go swimming all the time together.
Hey, Cornelius.
And he stole something from me that was like it was sentimentally important to me, and he knew it. And
Mhm.
it wasn't like it was something that was. It was minuscule. Like it was something that I wouldn't be upset about if he said, "Hey, let me use this" or something. But he stole it from me, lied to me, and I think that was the day where I created that separation between good friends and friends, associates, and acquaintances and stuff like that. I don't think I called it those things, but I think that was the event that started that transition to realizing everyone who says they're your friend isn't your friend. Do
Interesting.
you have any experiences like that?
Yeah, I think the relationships, they are always in development, and sometimes there are like some certain things that you think are real, but eventually they may change, and they are changing. Like it's interesting how sometimes it was recently like I'll share my a moment of embarrassment. I've been lately we've been to a skiing resort with my friend, one of my closest friends, and we've been skiing there for 1 week, and to be honest, I was a little bit tired for some reason. I think I got sick a little bit, and I didn't want to stay there for such a long time, and I had a bunch of work and stuff like that. And I've been like a douche maybe a little bit. I'm like, nah, I don't have a mood to ski today, and blah, blah, blah. Like, so something like that. And on our way back, actually, there was like 4 hour drive, and well, we were like 1 hour drive from our destination, and we got into a car accident, and that was like a pretty serious, potentially deadly
Wow.
car accident. There was like a frontal collision, and luckily the
A
guy,
head-on collision.
yeah, and luckily the guy who was
Wow,
driving
Ozzy.
at us, he was good enough, like he was a good driver, so he could eventually drive off the road to another side, so that way we survived. But his car actually got some damage, and our car had a damage, but it was like very close to some event that would be really much more dangerous. And yeah, at one point, because my husband was driving and we had to drive like another 2 or 3 hours, which is a long time for me. Some people are really, they enjoy being on the road. But honestly, I just wanted to get some rest and like relax. And I remember the fact that I asked her like, like I think that the solution, like the situation was resolved, and I asked her, what do you want us to stay here, and like how do you want to manage this? Do you want us to stay and like stay for longer, or do you what? And she's like, yeah, of course. What you've been thinking? And I don't want to stay here and like in the middle of the road. I'm like, yeah. I was just asking. But just the fact that I asked her, I'm like, wow, I'm a terrible friend. So I was tired and I wanted to get on the road because we had to go to the doctor after that, and we were delayed already. And I was thinking about that too, because my husband had something that on the CT they found something in his head, and I'm like, well, that's really something that makes me worried, and that's why maybe that was another factor that actually wanted me to. I wanted to go faster, but still, I'm like, just the fact that I asked that's such a terrible, situation. So yeah, but recently when we resolved all that situation and she had some, troubles with the car, I actually tried to help her financially, and she was like a little bit surprised, and she's like, wow, you've sent me so much money. It's like, you should have done that. But she said, well, still, it's a big help, and thanks a lot, and that's really great that I have friends like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's the least what I can do. After being a douchebag.
Well, I'm glad I'm glad you're safe. Shouldn't be a douche though.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
You think getting past that incident positively affected your relationship with her? Or
Yeah, I hope so, because we tried to be very caring, and like we tried to solve the problems there, and like support her. And after that, I was writing every day and checking on the progress and all things. Yeah, I think that there are many different situations that force us to do many things, but the question is how you solve those situations, and what kind of person you are after you resolve those situations, and who what's that personality that you show after you get out of them. My words just don't come to me. Oh my God. Okay. So I have another hand raised.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah,
Thanks for
Maru, I'll
asking.
give you a megaphone. Maru, I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Hey, Maru.
Full name.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Loud and
Can you hear
clear.
me? Okay. Well, I just want to answer about that, your reflection. You were talking about having lost some trust in a friend that you felt he betrayed you, and then you divided friends by acquaintance and all that. And it was interesting to hear that, because actually all goes down also to the fact that we name things. We use words to address what's the difference between the way we feel about somebody and the way we feel about somebody else. And then we give it a name, the way we were taught to give a name to things. It's also cultural. But if we extend this fact and we get away from words and the fact that we subdivide our relationships, it could be that we could change, after all, the whole meaning of what friendship, and look at the fact that every time we have a chance to relate, it's actually an opportunity to mirror ourselves, to understand who we are, to interact and have a definition of what we are. So without other people, we are nothing. And it doesn't matter in which form they arrive. Most of the time, the form is also created by the opportunity, as you were saying. An accident can show you immediately what a relationship is all about. And in other instances, because there is no chance to share, you can imagine that a friend is not that quote unquote friend, a special friend, but then maybe years later, because something makes you close with the experience, then all of a sudden you discover that that was actually a friend. But in reality, it's the
Right.
same person, and maybe you are the same person. It's the question of, in my opinion, taking away the label on the word and extending it to the fact that everything, not only every human, everything with which we interact and we have a response is a friend, because it gives us a sense of existing, exactly like you right now. You're listening to me, so that means I am here. And that's all it counts. That's an incredible aspect that makes it all precious. Doesn't matter what we are sharing.
Wow, thanks for
Oh,
sharing.
thank you
That's
for
really
sharing that.
wise.
That was powerful. Yeah, it was very wise. Thanks for giving us that.
Yeah, I agree with that point that, yeah, the world is actually a reflection of what we are. Nice. And we have some more hand raises. Paul and Ori.
Paul?
Paul, let me give a microphone to
If it
Paul.
wasn't for feedback from other people, how would we even know we exist?
Exactly. I like right. Hey, go ahead, Paul. You got the microphone.
Did you keep are you still in contact with your university friends, Azzy? Or
Yeah,
school friends?
I kind of am, but they were not my like close friends. Unfortunately, at school or university, I didn't have like really close friends because we had different interests at that time. Unfortunately, I was depressed at the time because I thought I'm a terrible person, and that's why I don't have friends. But once I got to my job, I got like immediately I had like 4 or 5 friends, and 2 of them are still my close friends, like the best ones, and we've been friends for like 9 years. So, unfortunately, my university friends were not my closest. What about you?
And what about you, Paul?
Yeah, no, I kept in contact with them just for a couple of years, and then we sort of drifted apart. So, not really, no.
Yeah.
Did you, Paul? Curious. Did you ever have a time like I did where you was like, oh, well, now I know friend from friend? You ever have that awakening or something like that?
Sorry? Friend?
No. Like I was talking about when I realized my friends wasn't actually my friends. Have you ever
I
had
see.
that experience?
Friend that let you down. Oh. No, I can't think of that because I don't have any friends.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you let down some friends?
So does anyone have any ideas on how to make better friends? Oh, well, actually, let's scratch that. And I see there's a hand raised, right?
Shared interest. I think, as you said, shared interest. Yeah. I used to have tennis friends and that sort of thing. Yeah. Shared interest, definitely. We do stuff together.
Orin.
Brooks? I don't.
Yep, thanks for sharing.
Orin?
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, Orin had some hand raise. And Finn also.
I think I
Orin.
gave him the megaphone. I don't see him though.
Orin Azu.
Ren? Where are you? No, I don't see him at all. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, he was appearing and disappearing at the list. Anyway, so we have some more hand raises. We can always go back to people.
Might be omnipotent or something. Might be
Maybe.
everywhere.
That's a nice word. Interesting one. Finn, do you want to speak? Because I've seen your hand raise. Would you like to say something? We've been playing around a little bit. So, did you get tired? Do you want to share your words now? Oh, French dude. No, if you want to pass, that's totally fine. That's actually not obligatory. Okay.
I gave him a megaphone. I don't know if he had it.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so Cornelius, let me give you a megaphone so you can share your opinion. I'm sure you have something interesting to say. As usual.
Cornelius, can you hear him? Oh, yeah.
There is a megaphone, but I can't hear him today.
I think he's here right now.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's not here right now. He said, Gene, you want to add anything? I can get the microphone. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I believe you had said or had asked if anybody had any ideas on how to make better friends.
Yes, that's my last question. Yeah.
And for me, I feel going out into the world and trying to make better friends is a difficult task. I think all you can really do is go out there, meet people, have conversations with people, and just be true to yourself, be true to your conversations, speak from your heart, be who you are, and through doing that, eventually you will find better friends and people who are willing to do just that, to share
Mm-hmm.
their heart and to be open with you, which I think in itself is being a better friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I agree.
you can't just go out into the world and say, today I'm gonna go make some better friends than I already have. Because it just doesn't work like that. You don't know who you're gonna meet today. You just gotta go out there and be ready to receive and ready to give what you are, truthfully.
Mm-hmm. Very wise idea. I agree with you. It's like being yourself is, I think, is the best way for many reasons. First of all, because you filter those people who are going to choose you just because you are that person that they want to be friends with. And in my case, it's always like just it's energy saving mode because if you try to be somebody else, it takes a certain amount of energy, and you may not be in such a overloaded state for a long time. So sooner or later, you will show your true nature. So I think it's the best way to
Absolutely.
be honest. And also,
Thanks for sharing
I
that,
agree. Yeah, I also agree with the previous point that I think that lady left, unfortunately. That it also is in your reflection. Like those people you're friends with, they're like your reflection too. So you fathom yourself through those connections. I truly believe in that because when you see yourself making things and you kind of reflect on that, it actually helps to understand who you are, and that support from your friends actually helps you to grow that better part of you and actually fight, or maybe not fight, but just like accept sometimes those worst parts of you. And that's really great that your friends, they just don't run away once they see different things, and that's really great that
right.
it allows for growing. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
I
Ultra
totally agree
funky.
with that.
Yeah. Hey, Ultra Funky Claves. Also, Cornelius is back. Let me try to give a megaphone. Okay. Hi. Okay, hold on. Cornelius. Oh, there you go.
Hey,
Hey.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we do.
Nah. Hello, everyone.
Hi, nice to
I was
see
just
you.
trying to say before that I have been blessed because since I was really young, I was doing music, and music is the best way to do friends. Like if you share like
Right.
rehearsals and try to have the same goal to put a song or to compose a song. So that's really really cool.
Yeah, that's a great way. Again, yes, it's both hobbies and then spending time together, like at work or something. That's really great.
Yeah. So I think one thing that I can tell you about that is that when you know someone, everyone has his own background, right? And when you start being friend with someone and doing some projects, you became a better person in that process. It doesn't matter who you were, but you are like if you are doing something creative, for sure you are becoming a better person in many ways. Just facing all the problems that you have together and all the steps that you need to take to do something, right?
It's kind of like what Maru was saying, just stating that every interaction is gonna add to your own character. So
Yeah,
appreciate that input.
yeah, totally. So I think art, especially music or something that is art that it's a group of people doing the same, having the same goal. It's perfect to do friends, to make friends.
Yeah, I think that, and that's something extra. I think there that you have this feeling of creation, like that you do something together.
Yeah, totally.
Unfortunately, I'm not that creative, but I remember I had at one point I had like a group of friends that were really fond of music, and they were like playing guitars and singing and everything, and they basically forced me to sing, and that was terrible. I'm a terrible singer, but the way we sometimes that like 1 or 2 moments in my life when we really sounded well together, I'm like that was really like a special feeling when you create something and something that lives. It's not only you or not only them. It's like something that you create together and it lives on. That's really great. I think when you create something
Yeah,
that
and
is
you
collectively.
know, I think art is underrated in the education system.
Mhm.
I think the sense that you need to be really good to do art, it's terrible. Like I think everyone needs to
I
do some
agree.
kind of art.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the result. The process is the important thing, right? Like what you are feeling, what you are creating, whatever it is. It can be a line, just scratches. But if you are trying to create something, you are going to get better at
Eventually.
the end. Like there's a lot of videos, for example, of people learning how to sing in YouTube that they show the process, and it's terrible at the beginning. And there are some guys that have 2 or 3 years singing, and the result is incredible, you know. So if you have friends that they are pushing you to do that, that's incredible. Like I think that's just amazing.
Yeah. It's just I don't like myself when I sing. Like surprisingly, I like to listen to myself and my voice, but when I sing, it's like it's terrible. I remember last time we were at the karaoke, my friends were like, I was preparing myself, and actually I was trying to remember that song, and I actually made it to the stage, and it sounded okay, and they were filming me, and I had that feeling that I scored it, but when I watched the video, I'm like, no, that I'm not doing that ever again. That's terrible.
Well, perhaps it's acting instead of singing, or perhaps it's another dancing. I don't know.
No, the voice
There are
is
some-
just I think some people are not meant to sing. I enjoy singing as a process, but not like as a the result is not very.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Gotcha.
I'll remember. I'll try to keep my mind open and listen to your advice. Maybe some people just start and it's terrible, but after some time it gets better. I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe
Yeah.
one day I'll go back to that. Thanks for sharing. Mendes, are you good at
Thanks
singing?
so much, Cole.
You should be good at singing.
No.
No?
I mean, I'm a published musical artist though, so
Nice. What do you play?
not for singing. Rap music. So Well, not cuss words, and not really singing or anything. And rhyme really good.
I don't know, just interesting.
I made a lot of friends when I was doing music because I used to do like not just because I was doing like shows with famous people, but like friends I grew up with who sit in the studio with me, and they're not there to get on any songs or they're not my engineer or anything. They're just there in support, and that was just that was the most amazing experience in my life because I learned. I don't know. It's just something about having that support of friends and friendship that I don't get anymore as an adult. Like when I'm chasing my dreams or I'm trying to accomplish a new project or something, it's not that same support because I don't have those same quality of friends in my life anymore. It was just something pure about friendship I had then and the support that I was getting. So now it's more of a lot of my friendships now are transactional. More of you're my friend because I can provide you this type of service, or I can do this for you, or you do this for me, and that's why we're friends. Or this works out for both our benefits. That's why we're friends. So back in the day, like when I was a teenager or young adult, I just think the friendship quality was just so much better. And still today, like. I don't find too many friends that they have to be like in my lifestyle doing the same type of things that I'm doing. And, that wasn't even the case then. It was just me and my guys just like being around each other, showing each other support. So,
Yeah. I think that because we used to have more time when we were younger. It was just amazing to hang out with somebody and sometimes doing nothing or doing some stupid things. That was really amazing. Watching some concerts or playing, any stupid thing. Just ultra funky. So we would love to hear what you have to say. Let me give you a microphone.
Yoo-hoo!
oh. Hey, Ultra.
Hi. As usual, I'm gonna take the other side, the dark side of the moon. I'm going your path, Mendes. And I'm thinking like this. When you were younger, you had more time. You didn't know who you were, so you accepted more things that was maybe not 100% okay because you were afraid of not being with the other persons or the other friends or kids or whatever you will call them. So you accepted more people, even if they weren't 100% correct. So that means that you had more time, you had more people around you. The more you change your life, the more you start to live your life, the more cultured you get, the more you decide who you want to be. Less people were able to be in your life because you started to sort out people. So that is the theory I have, is that you had a lot of friends when you were young that you called friends but really wasn't friends. But when you're old, you only have 3, maximum 4 really good friends. So then for me saying, then that way I'm a little bit dark because I'm saying like this, that I don't think that the time you spend, 24 hours, a very little time of that time is friends. So that friends form you is true, but I don't think that they form you to the extent that they make you form yourself to them in the way that they become your friend because you form yourself to them. I think it's more that you find your path, that you go between things and it's a little bit zigzag until you find the persons that suits you better. That's why you have less people when you're old. So this is another point of view where you were talking about that it was so easy and nice when you were younger, but I don't think that more friends would give you a better life. I think that it's higher quality and less of them would give you higher quality of life. Just another side point of view.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Maybe it's a little bit dark, but
it's good. It's good. We always have this balance when you have two different, sides.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Paul also had his hand raised. Maybe he has something to answer to that. Okay, Paul, let me give you a microphone. Here. You should have
You
seen it.
mentioned you said you used to do rhyming. You mean rapping?
Yeah.
Is it rapping? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Like that chap on the East Coast, was it Big Daddy or? I don't know.
Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, just like him.
Gangsta's Paradise is is still so popular in Russia. Everybody's singing along.
I'm actually a published artist on all music platforms.
Cool. Where can we find it?
Really, all music platforms. Anywhere music is.
Mhm.
I think it's Mr. Savage or Joe Savage or something like that.
Send me the link.
I don't do
Barbara.
music anymore. So what happened was I'm a technology guy and I am like a registered artist, but I can't, on iPhones, you can't download MP3. So I just can't keep transferring MP3. So I had to like publish myself globally in order to get my music on my phone. It's completely ridiculous, but whatever.
I remember that picture where a guy is sitting at the computer and he's like, he dropped the CD and he's like, crap. He went to download the contents of the CD so that way he doesn't have to lean down and grab the CD.
Right. Well, so when I did music, I did a lot of like gangster rap music, gun violence, derogatory to women and all this stuff. But now in my real life, like I'm a financial planner. Like I deal with people's money and all sorts of stuff. Not really the character. I want them to discover that that I used to be or that I come from. So I really don't promote it or publish it or anything anymore. But I do like listening to myself. So
Yeah.
it's out there.
You like
Just
keep
it
it as your like that extra information so people can know more about you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's funny how people sometimes like they're like how we've been playing this like quiz games again, and the girl is like how come you know so much about like sports and anatomy and stuff like that. Well, I used to be almost close to weightlifting, like candidate to sports master and something like it's like a minimal beginning for professional career in weightlifting. She's like, weightlifting? Oh, I'm like, okay, yeah, I have some background there. So, yeah, I think what do you think if we can wrap up a little bit earlier? Well, at least I can leave a little bit earlier because my friends are coming.
Yeah, well, we can wrap up soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Question though, I did see a picture of you planking on a rock. Was that you? That you on that rock?
Yeah. I used to do that thing. Like I used to go to my friend's yoga class. She's an instructor, and just for fun because I was practicing a lot, different balances, and I had this almost like a maniac, behavior. Whenever I would go, I would do this planking thing on the back. We were standing at a bench in the park, and I'm like doing that on the back of the bench, or like, oh, there's a nice rock, I'm gonna go. So, yeah, I have
I'm
that
gonna
stuff.
go do it.
Showing off is my second name.
I understand.
Mendes
I
says we
understand
should
it.
wrap up. So can you give us some rap, Mendes? A bit of your rap.
No,
Rap.
I don't rap publicly anymore.
You have some experience in wrapping up.
So what did you guys discuss today? We just came.
Yeah, hey, thanks for coming. We discussed friendship today, but I think for some reason today people were not so as active as usual, so I think we're gonna wrap up a little bit early. But normally we meet every week and choose a topic, and it's gonna be on the poster. It looks pretty much the same, it's just the topic, the name is different every Friday. Hold on, it's not here. It's like on the, like if you go... What, once again?
What time? Did you start an hour ago, or did you start?
Yeah.
We started like an hour 30 ago, so...
I thought it was like starting now. Okay.
No. I don't know, maybe time difference?
Today.
Time zones? Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming, Walter. Sure.
By the way, if you go to a more...
Sprightly.
That's really strange. Why they?
Yep, if you go to altvr.com channels, you can put a search in for Three of Everything. We do have a Discord channel. I do encourage you guys to visit, drop topic of discussion. If you want to like co-host an event with us and talk about something you're an expert in, we love to support you.
Yeah, I think Paul had some interesting topic that he brought up last time, and he said, I think you said that you were surprised that people didn't know much about that stuff. So maybe one day we can invite you as a guest. Yeah. Also, on the same channel, you can get the videos that I actually record. So you can go on YouTube and check out some videos of conversations that we used to have last time.
What is interesting, actually, we've lost some of the old people like Haley and Jade and.
Yeah. I was wondering, Fizzle. I haven't seen Fizzle for a long time.
Fizzle in a while.
Yeah. I think I haven't seen him on Discord as well. So I suppose maybe he was busy or something. But worth messaging.
Nice to meet you.
Hey.
Oh, our bubbles are on. Makes it different.
Oops. Yeah, okay, so, but yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Next time, hopefully it's going to be something interesting. If you have some ideas for topics, please message me or send it to whatever. So I can see.
When it's religion, we always a good fight on that, don't we?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
We were talking about the name on one event that Paul came up with, and we were saying like principle or feelings. I would
Principle
call
of
that
what?
facts or feelings. What comes first?
Principles or feelings. That's a really good topic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I'm like,
yeah, but I
maybe
would
like
call
20
that,
minutes
probably
from
call
you.
that
Hold on, let me
facts
see
or
this.
feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I would make that a better name.
Oh yeah.
Comes
Hold on,
first.
what?
Street from you.
I can't hear you. What's the name again?
Yeah,
I live by, like,
when we were
Kalamazoo,
talking
but
about
I
it,
live
when
like in a
Paul
country
came up
though.
with the idea. It was principles or feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was thinking
So
about
I
the
do,
name, maybe we
I'm
should
an insurance
call it
broker, so I'm
facts
down by
or
your
feelings.
place all the time.
What comes first?
All the
That's
time.
most important.
Got a lot of clients over
Okay,
there by
can you repeat that once again?
Principle to facts.
Stevensville and St.
Facts
Joseph.
or feelings.
Hold on. Mendes, can you,
I like those
let's
remissions
drop
to-
the megaphones because it's really noisy. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, I
principles
don't
or
remember that,
and
but,
feelings,
I mean,
what comes first?
emotion
What was the
and
easier way to put it?
reason-
Because I tried
reason and
to put
emotion.
short.
Yeah, before we were saying principle or feelings. I said that principle comes first. Somebody said feelings comes first, and then
Uh-huh.
Paul, it was his idea that it was a topic we could talk about.
Mhm.
But then you asked me about what would we call it, and now when I've been thinking about it,
Uh-huh.
we wrote it down. I think that the simpler way and more correct way would, if we could call it something, would be what is important, facts or feelings, which comes
Facts
first.
or feelings.
So I would say like facts or feelings. I mean, change
Reason.
Mm.
Reason or feelings.
Oh yeah, that sounds
reason or
good.
feelings, but actually, reason could also work. But I was thinking like probably facts for me at least sounded better than principles. For the topic.
Yeah.
Well,
more
reason-
easy to understand.
Yeah.
I
that's
think
the
I
only
like
thing,
reason
I
more
want to-
because it has the same length as feelings. And also, I think
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
has more depth there.
Rationality or emotion.
Yeah.
Rationality or
Maybe
emotion.
really. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reason
And
or
emotion.
emotion?
Yeah,
Mind or
sure,
matter?
sure.
Lying, like deception.
Yeah, let's come up with a name, and I'm gonna put it for the next
Mhm.
event.
Oh.
Try to make it the name like what they call that, attention grabbing. I think it's called
Punchy.
clickbait. Yeah,
Oh.
make it clickbait. That's what we haven't been doing lately. We used to make our things clickbait, so we need to do that. So
That was a good one. We need to do the clickbait. Yeah.
I say religion is always good for fight, isn't it?
Yeah. Fight. Choose your
yeah,
destiny.
they always fight every time.
Yeah. So yeah, again, coming back to this topic. Reason or feeling, principles or feelings, emotions or what? What's gonna be the best?
Reasons for reasoning. Reasons for reasoning. Or,
Rationality or feelings. Yeah, facts or feelings.
Facts or feelings.
Facts or feelings. Yeah, facts or feelings.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
So to show the
whatever
duality
suits
of
us.
things, yeah. Principles or feelings. I like emotions too as well. Feelings. Well, feelings is deeper basically. Feelings and.
I mean, facts or feelings runs off the tongue well as an event title.
Yeah, it does. It's 2 F's.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's make it roll
facts
off
or
the
feelings? Do you agree?
Do we have something planned for next
Yeah,
week
yeah,
already or no?
I'm gonna
That's
put
what-
it for the next event. That's gonna be good. I have the templates, but I think they didn't post it yet. So
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
can
post
switch
it right now.
around. Yeah, that's good.
So facts and feelings. Okay, Photoshop. Let me open the Photoshop and prepare the poster right now.
Think about a real world design too. Maybe put us way up in the sky. Give people an option to jump off or something.